In this video, we are going to look at how to play the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2.5 Advanced system. This system started life as Warhammer FRP 2nd Edition, but has since been house-ruled so often it's become its own thing. If you've played 2nd Edition before, you're already going to be familiar with most of this. I'll start with character creation, since that will explain most of the rules. We use this custom character sheet by Anya Taliesin, which puts 95% of what you need during the game on one page. As we go, we'll be looking at this sheet so you can learn how to find the information you want during the game. The first step, obviously, is to create a character. Once you've got the character's backstory, you can assign them some stats and fill in the character sheet. There are 9 primary stats and their derivatives. Most of them are pretty straightforward. Wounds represents how many times you can get hit before bad things start to happen to you, including but not limited to death, dismemberment, or a mild chafe. Weapon skill is how good you are at melee fighting. Ballistic skill is how good you are at hitting things from a distance. Strength is your physical might and combat damage. Toughness contributes to your armor, also how much abuse you can take before you stop being able to shrug it off to accomplish things. Agility is a bastard combination of dexterity and speed. Fellowship is how well you get along with people. Willpower represents strength of will. It's useful for magic and not going crazy when bad things happen. Intelligence is self-explanatory. Perception is how much you notice what is going on around you. Some of the stats also have associated derived stats. Health is just a space to mark your current condition. Strength bonus is the amount of damage you do in melee combat. Toughness bonus is the amount of damage subtracted when you get hit, and the number of hours or days until you die of poison or disease. Move is the number of 2-yard hexes you can move with a half action. Charm is the number of people you can affect at once with fellowship skills. Insanity points is the number of times your poor widow mind got broken. And fate points. Fate points are your best friends in the whole wide world. Expending fate points allows you to cheat death and other bad nasty situations. Regaining fate points will almost never happen, so once they're gone, they are gone. These 9 stats are generated semi-randomly. The rest are either set by the character's race or derived from the first 9. To generate stats, generate 9 random numbers by rolling 2d10 9 times. Discard the lowest and replace it with an 11. This is called Chalius Mercy in Warhammer. Assign these rolls to the 9 stats as they best fit the character, and add any bonuses based on your character's race. Record that here under the starting profile. This row shows where your character started and will almost never change. A career in Warhammer Fantasy is like a character class with personality. It shows how your character is making their way in the world, and gives you a pool of stat increases, skills, and talents you can buy with experience points. Choose your character's starting career and record it on the sheet here. A career profile has a few different parts. The advanced scheme here shows the maximum stat increases you can buy while in the career. Record this information on your character sheet here. Note that this only shows what you can buy, not what you have. When you buy an advance, you mark that in the next row under advances taken. If your advances taken is greater than the advanced scheme, you can't buy any more. Your starting profile plus your advances taken gives you the number in the current profile. Whenever you roll dice, you're comparing it against a number in this row. Careers also come with a list of skills and talents. For your starting career, you automatically gain all of the skills and talents listed. Record those in your character sheet here. If it's a basic skill, put a +0 in the level column. You can attempt any basic skill you haven't picked up at half your stat, so any blank space is just assumed to be at half. If it's an advanced skill, write it over here and put +0 for the level. If a career tells you to choose one, you must pick from the list. The skills and talents you didn't pick can be purchased later with experience. Skills are mostly a binary thing. You either know something or you don't. If you don't know an advanced skill, you can't even attempt it. If you happen to enter a career that would allow you to buy a skill you already have, you can purchase it again to receive a +10 bonus to rolls involving that skill. You can do this up to 2 times for a total of +20. Talents are small modifiers that give your character situational bonuses or unlock new abilities. For example, the Streetwise talent gives a character a +10 bonus to the charm and gossip skills when dealing with criminals. Talents get recorded at the bottom of the sheet, and you can put a keyword next to the skill to remind you that you may get a bonus when rolling that skill. We typically record all of the character's skills and talents on the sheet when a character moves into a new career, and mark the ones the character doesn't have yet with a star. That way, when the skill or talent gets purchased, you can just erase the star rather than having to write the whole thing out or reprint the sheet. Your character's race will also usually come with a few racial talents. Some of these, particularly for human characters, will be randomly rolled from a table. Once you've recorded all the talents from the career, record the racial talents as well. If you randomly roll a talent your character already has, roll again until you get a new one. Talents do not gain extra bonuses the way skills do. Trappings are everything your character owns. Every career comes with a list of trappings. If it's your starting career, you automatically gain everything listed. If you're moving into a career, you must first collect all the listed trappings before you can enter that career. Furthermore, every character is furnished with a list of basic trappings that everyone has, including things like some basic clothing and a little money. We're not dumping you out onto the street naked and broke, no matter how grimdark the world is. Once you complete a career by buying all the skills, talents, and stat advances, you'll want to advance your career. You do this by finding a new career to enter. You can enter any career listed as a career exit for your current career, or you can exit to any basic career. Now that the character sheet is mostly set up, let's take a look at the dice. The vast majority of dice rolls will either be percentile rolls, noted as either D100 or D%, or D10 rolls. Percentile gives you a number between 1 and 100. D10 gives you numbers between 1 and 10. So when rolling percentile, zeros count as 0, but when rolling D10, 0 counts as 10. Percentile rolls are usually compared against the stat. Rolling lower than or equal to the stat succeeds. Rolling higher than the stat fails. Some rolls can have better or worse effects depending on the degrees of success or failure. Every 10 points you make or fail a roll by is 1 degree. Based on your action, the GM can also decide to apply a circumstance modifier to your skill for actions that are easier or harder. These tend to range from very easy at +30 to very hard at -30. Rolls can also be opposed, in such cases as stealth versus perception, in which case whoever succeeds by the greater margin is the winner. Ties go to the defender. Extended rolls may be called for in cases where many people are working together over a period of time, such as searching a room or moving a large boulder. In this case, the participating characters will need to accumulate a set number of successful rolls in the time allotted. A roll of 01 on any roll is a very good thing that will cause the best possible result. Rolling 100 on any roll is a very bad thing. Depending on the situation, 100 rolls inflict serious misfortune ranging from equipment breakage to instant death. Everyone has a little bit of luck. In this system, luck is represented by fortune points. Each game session, a character has a number of fortune points equal to their current fate points. Each point can be spent to reroll one test. The results of the reroll are final, and you cannot reroll a roll of 100. And finally, the last thing to go over is experience. When I'm running a game, experience is given out for role-playing and role-playing only. Every character starts the game with 100 XP, enough for one advance. 100 experience points buys you either one primary stat advance in your current career, one skill or talent in your current career, or a career move. A basic career not listed as a career exit can be moved into at any time after collecting the trappings and spending 200 experience. I also highly recommend keeping an experience log that shows when you earned experience and how much, and when you spent experience and on what. I guarantee you that at least once during the campaign you will need to fix a problem with the sheet. Things get written down wrong, math errors go unnoticed for months, and entire sheets get lost. But if you have an experience log, those are all easy fixes. And that is character creation and dice rolling in a nutshell. Future videos will explore combat and magic.